Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this video, we are going to learn how we can use AXIOS library to fetch data from a RESTful API server. In this example, I have a Spring Boot application. By using this Spring Boot application, I created this application my own self just for demo purpose. So in this application, I am running a server. That server having a API get, post, put, delete. One by one I will explain each and everything. So here this is the RESTful API server on which I am using a get method to fetch information. If I send request, so it fetches the request from my local Spring Boot REST API server, and we have a two record like this. So these record I want to fetch from the RESTful API Spring Boot server in the React Native application with the Typescript. Remember that I'm using here Typescript. So far I have a one component in which I have a one line of code simple, and in app.tsx I'm using this like that way. So now I'm going to start the code. For that, first of all, we have to install the AXIOS library. To install AXIOS library is very simple. Just we have to use npm I and AXIOS. Remember, we have to type like this. I have already installed, so you can install. Just type npm I and AXIOS like this. You have to type this line of code. You have to type here, and you can install. I have already installed. So if you are reaching to this video, that means you know how to install the library. So this AXIOS library you have to install. npm install or I AXIOS. So this library we have to install, and automatically when you install this, we can import this. So here I am importing this library after installation. So I say AXIOS. You see, this library I am going to use. So this AXIOS library I am going to use for fetching information. It's a very famous library. Now we have used this library. Now I need a data type for my server, for my data. So if you see here in Postman server, we have SID number, then course and then name. So I need to define a type for this data. So I say type, and I say data type equal to, and here I say SID to number, then I say a name is a string, then I say course to string like this way. Data type we have. Now I take one state variable. So I say const, and I say data set data equal to use state like this way, and I say here the array I want to use. Array of what? Array of data type. Data type, array of data type like this, that I want to use. Remember that. So this data type I want to read all the information as a object of this array of this object I need. So one thing we have done. Now I need to use the function is called use effect. So I say here use effect, and this function from React, this function have two arguments. First is the arrow function in which we will write a code, and second is the variable on which it will refresh. So right now we don't want to make any condition here, and I want only the fetching my information by using AXIOS library. For that I say AXIOS, remember, and I open this also here. So I say AXIOS, not you, AXIOS.get, remember, and here I need to pass the URL. That URL is, remember, I have this URL. So I copy this URL and I paste this URL here, and I have Android also here. So I paste this URL here, and remember that for Android we have to change this local host to 10.0.2.2 because this is the local IP address of this. Then I save this. After that I take a dot here, and I say then, means if we fetch the information from this I will have a response. Then this is arrow function. So I set data, means the data which is coming, I will add this data in my state variable. Remember that. So that state variable is response.data. Now I need catch variable. If there is an error, I am not able to fetch information, your host not found, then we have an error, and I display this error in a toast. So I say show, and here I say error dot message. Remember that. So I make it some space here. Remember that we have to put here error dot message, otherwise you will have an error. And here I say Android toast Android dot long screen. I want to put this error, and now I make semicolon to close it. So right now you see that this type of code I do here for fetching information from my RESTful API. So data is available in this data, and I can show you this data also. If here I say student information like this way, and one more thing I can do here, I say here that view, and here I say text, remember, and here if I display, I say here JSON dot stringify, and I pass here data. So that data I want to display, and if I save this, you will see we have a data, 2 record we have from the server. Remember that these records are here, these 2 records I am able to fetch. Now we can make some CSS to design this information in a proper way. So for that, what I do, under a view here, I take flat list from React Native. I say flat list, and for that I import it from the React Native. So I say flat list like this way. Now under this flat list I have to make some setting. So I say data equal to data, then I say key extractor of this is, I say here that is I say item equal to, I say item dot sid, and it should be a string. So I just make some addition for making it a string. Now I have a render item. So render item, here I just use this item, and I use arrow function here. Inside this I will use the close this, and I close this way, and here I will use the one view. I say view is there. Inside this view I have closing view like this way. Now I take text here, so I say text here, and under this text I say here that item dot sid, remember, and I make it copy. So I say name, and I say course, remember, and I save this. You will see that the item is coming in a list way, but we have to design it in a proper way. So I copy this once again, and before the flat list here, and I can take it here also, and not here, I will take it here after this. And here what I do, I say here that it is SID, then I say it is student name, and I can say course, or I can say name like this way. Save this. You see we have a name also. Now what I do some CSS here. So first of all, in a view I say here that I need a style, and that style is styles dot container. Then I have this style, so I say style equal to styles dot heading. Then I have here also, so I say style equal to styles dot, and I say header, remember, header information. And here also I say style equal to styles dot, I say body data. So these I just make here some setting. So I say container is, I say flex is equal to 1, then I say justify is center, then I say alignment of the item is also center. I save this now, and I say here margin from the top is 10. Save this. You see we have this, so I can say 15. Now I take heading. So heading, I say font size of my heading should be 30. I say font weight should be bold, and I say color is, I say here green. Save this, and you see, and I think top 15, not 50, 15. Save this. So student information, so I can say 20. Save this. Yeah, now I have a header, so I say header is, I say flex direction is row, remember. Save this, and we have this way, and we have a body also, so I make a copy of it, and I say here body data is also, I save this. So body data is also, you see, all are coming in a row. Now I have to make some designing, so I may provide some space. So here I say style equal to styles dot, I say sid, and or I can say call, I say call head 1, and same I copy here and I paste here, I say that is 2, and that is also 2, remember. Now same I make copy paste here also, but here I say call body, not call head, so call body, and here also I say call body, but here I say 2, and that would be call body. You can give any name, just I am giving whatever I am thinking in my mind. So I say call body, and that should be 2. Now I say heading here, so I say call head 1, and here I say the width of this is 50. Save this, you see. Then I say the font size, font weight we can say is bold, and I say font size is I say 20. Save this, and you see SID is working properly. Similar to SID, I just make copy paste and I say here 2, and I save this. You see name and course, but here I need to give the width of this is 130. Save this. You see we have a proper spacing, so I can give more also. So in SID we can give name to 150. I try to give 150 here. So I think we have here 60. You can design as per your choice here. Now same type of things I copy and paste here, and I change it to body, call body. Here also I say call body. Save this, you see, but here I am not using the font size to 20. I say it's 15. Here also I say 15. Save this, you see information is coming properly, and we can give some padding also. So for that, in header I say padding is 5. Save this, you see, so I can provide this padding to here also. Save this, and I can provide this padding to here also. Save this, and here also. Save this. So we have a proper spacing also, and this is okay right now. And I can give color also if you want to put color. So like in heading, I say the color of heading is I say it is red. Save this. Yeah, same color I can give here also. Save this. And data also we can give some other color if you want. It's very simple, you can give. Now you see I can design more also, like I can say this heading we have, so I can put here margin from the bottom, and I say it should be 10 pixel. Save this. So some spacing from this, and from the top also I should give 30. Save this properly, and in place of this I can use card also. If you want to use card, for that you have to install one more library, that is React Native Paper. So very simple to install. First of all I just import here, I say card, and here you can say from React Native Paper. Remember that I have a React Native Paper. So from this you can import this card, and for installation of this it's very simple. Same you can do npm I, and you can say React Native Paper, like this you can do installation also. So I have already installed, so you can install yourself, it's very simple. Now I have a card here, so this card I want to use, that's why I have a view here. Remember this. So in place of this view I can put here card, remember, and I can change this to card. Save this. You see now it looking like a card also. Trigger the two views in same name. So we have two views with the same name. Why? I try to refresh it once again. You see, no problem at all, it was just by mistake. So you see that we use card here, and here we can design it more. For that like in this card I say style equal to, I say style dot card, like this way, and I can design few more property for this. So I say card, and here I say comma, and here I say margin. For this I say 10. Save this. You see I have a margin, and I can have padding also. So I say padding for this is 20. Save this. You see properly we can manage, and I can give size also to this card. So I say height of this card is only 80%. Save this. So you see we have a proper 80% of size of the screen. So like this way we can design. It's in our hand what we want to design. Margin is more right now, so I can give 20 here from the top. I can give 10 here. Save this. You see now we have the proper. So it is in the end of a programmer what kind of a screen you want to design. Here I just want to show you that we can make a React Native application with a Typescript to fetch a data from Spring Boot server. This is Spring Boot application that I have created. And how you can create a Spring Boot server, that is available in my Spring Boot videos. And this is the API get request which we are fetching. Same request I have implemented in React Native also, and with the help of this code which I explain you here, you can design such kind of information, and you can display your record in a tabular form, or you can display your information as you require in your mobile application. So in this video I try to explain you in a very simple way how you can use AXIOS library to fetch data from a Spring Boot RESTful API server by using get method of AXIOS or RESTful API. In a very simple way I try to explain. So if you like it, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.